Hey guys, welcome back to our Clevver Weekly show where we run down all kinds of topics, and we have some very interesting things today, don't we, Erin?
Interesting is the operative word there, Vivian. We're going to be talking about a cake that has something really dark on it that a little kid requested for his birthday. It's real dark.
And then you guys were gonna jump into how Rihanna and Drake are official. So excited.
Of course, and you can now, Instagram has a new feature that you can now zoom in, finally.
Thank God for that, but I think we're gonna kick it off with some news that's really pertinent to us on the YouTubes. This week, YouTube was making headlines all over the place. A number of big YouTubers were speaking out about what a lot of us thought was YouTube's new monetization plan, where they decided to stop monetizing videos that they thought were not advertiser friendly. So for those of you guys that are like, Jocelyn, what the heck is monetization? Long story short, we get paid when y'all watch our videos, so that's what monetization means. We click a little button so that we can have ads on our videos. That's why you guys have those annoying pre-rolls that I'm sure some of you have figured out how to disable. And a lot of YouTubers recently, specifically Phil DeFranco, has kind of been like the voice for this entire plight, have been speaking out, saying that some of their videos have had the monetization taken away. He had 40 videos that he received word
40?
were no longer being monetized.
Oh my
he
gosh.
actually hit Twitter to say this. Feels a little bit like getting stabbed in the back after 10 years. So what exactly does not advertiser friendly even mean? He pretty much summed it up saying, I say a lot, and sometimes...
Well, I think he calls his fans and I hope this video doesn't get flagged because I'm saying it, but that's what he calls his fans. I mean, he has like these t-shirts, all these things going on. I loved how he totally embraced the fact that, hey, I'm still gonna be making money because I am popular. I'm one of the very first creators, but this definitely affects all of us. Like now we can't curse, so be careful.
No, But like I get it. Like if you're sponsored by something, you just have to know like your brand and their brand, and you can't just like drop F-bombs.
And I do get it too, because if I go and search something on YouTube, the chances that I'm gonna click on something that is not appropriate, maybe if I'm a kid or maybe someone who doesn't like foul language, and I click on something, the chances are high you're going to click on something that isn't something that you should be watching potentially. So I understand that YouTube doesn't want to have that as an option for everyone, but at the same time it's so vague. Their rules and descriptions for what they could take down, it could be anything.
Anything that seems like nudity. What if I was in one of those little strapless and you kind of like I look naked, like they'll take the video.
But here's
off
the
of
craziest
monetization.
thing. YouTube is now saying that they've been doing this for a long time. This policy has been in place for a long time, but that they just weren't emailing people to let them know that their videos were demonetized. And this is really specifically affecting vloggers the most because they are the ones who are talking about such a wide variety of topics, sometimes a little edgier, very personal, sometimes a lot of innuendo. I mean, I think some of these people are freaking hilarious, personally, don't hate me, but I see what you're saying. I think YouTube's gonna have to implement some sort of like rating system so that parents or people who are more conservative know what they're getting themselves into.
Which they kind of sort of have something, because you have to click like, am I 13, yes or no, but if you're 12, you're still gonna click yes, obviously. But my point is, you go to YouTube to watch these crazy videos because you can't watch them on TV. So you go to YouTube for the alternative version of like the news or whatever is trending. So I don't know, I do agree with them taking down like the fight videos and the, all this crap that we definitely should not be sharing, harassment, bullying, racist things. But I don't know, like, is this really gonna work?
Where is the line drawn? And this is actually specifically what Google's advertising. Google owns YouTube. What their policy says about content that is not, quote, advertiser friendly. Sexually suggestive content, that's pretty obvious. Partial nudity, sexual humor, violence, serious injuries, promotion of drugs, substances, harassment, and then controversial or sensitive subjects and events. That is so vague to me. Like, what is controversial to us is probably like for someone else like no big deal. So where do you draw the line?
Mentioned war, politics, natural disasters, like anything that you say about those topics could be flagged and taken down.
Now I can't make my video I wanted to express my feelings about Donald Trump visiting Mexico.
Exactly.
So just don't talk in your videos, you'll be fine.
Just be silent. Just use body language all over the place.
Just use appropriate diction. But anyhow, we need to move on to the next biggest story, which reminds me, remember when Rihanna got her Instagram account taken down for nudity?
Oh my gosh.
So she better be careful with what she posts on YouTube. But what's happening? I mean,
You
is she or
guys.
is she not with Drake?
You guys, she's officially with Drake, and I am so happy. Like, I've never been more happy in my life. It all started on Sunday at the VMAs, publicly, when Drake was presenting her with the Vanguard Award, and he basically, like, professed his love, saying that he loved her since he was 22 years old. And it's like, I thought he was gonna get down on one knee, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, please do it. They've been on and off for so long, and now they're finally saying that they're official. After the VMAs, then they had sushi at Nobu, then they traveled to Miami and were seen clubbing together. Then Drake brought Rihanna on stage with him during his concert, and they like macked on stage in front of everybody. She got a tattoo on her ankle of a camouflage shark that references a date that apparently they went on. They went to an aquarium, and he bought her like a stuffed shark, and so she got tattooed.
That's
on
much
her
better
ankle.
than his name, because if she
Yes,
had his
exactly.
name, it would all be over.
That would have been bad.
That would have been
What
bad.
do you guys think? Do you love them together?
I love them together.
So invested in this relationship. Like when Rihanna's last album was going to come out, truthfully and honestly, all I cared about was their collaboration and specifically seeing them in a video together, which work was like, if they weren't hooking up, I mean, they're good actors.
I don't think that was acting. I think
That was real life. And they've been in so many music videos together. They have so many songs together. And I'm just like, thank God, finally. I just get married, please.
I
Get
know.
married. You know?
I think they're beautiful. But my only concern is that when he was giving her the Vanguard Award at the VMAs, he was doting on her. He said, I've been in love with her. And I was like so excited, and I look at her and she like rolls her eyes.
But that was so flirtatious. It was like, she was like, I thought she looked like a little girl, like,
No, but
oh my God.
I have said that I'm sorry because I love them together, but I honestly think that Drake loves her more than she loves him.
Yes.
friend zone.
You know what? There was a recent source that came out that he was the one who was putting her off for years. She wanted to make it like her
Really?
video, Facebook
Oh.
official, and he was the one who was like, I don't know, probably because of all their past
maybe
stuff.
Rihanna puts up a front, like this tough girl, like, no, I'm not gonna get in a relationship, but really, she's so head over heels.
Well, the video
For him.
proves that the two of them are having quite the week.
Fun.
I wonder what they're gonna be doing this Labor Day weekend.
I don't know. But I do have to say, I love it when you see them on stage, not like a music video setting, but on stage, and she's like doing her like butt twerking, individual like cheeks and stuff, and then she'll like turn around and just like start like giggling or laughing, like she's not taking it seriously, and they just look like they are so happy.
They're
They
just
look like they're
perfect.
genuinely friends and they're just having fun, you know?
Do you think they'll be the next Beyonce and Jay-Z?
Okay, don't get carried away.
The Beyonce queen of
I wish
haters.
them well, but like, calm down.
I'm talking about relationships. I'm not talking about musical.
Because they're both powerhouses. They have like a lot of, you know, good things to offer.
I think they complement each other.
I think they need to make
They
babies.
have a lot of chemistry in that work video. I can see more of that.
But anyhow, let's move on and let's talk about this new Instagram feature, which all of our moms are dying for.
God.
When the news broke, my sister literally texted me. She said, OMG, mom's gonna be so happy. And I had not heard the news yet. And I was like, why? And she goes, you can zoom in now. I mean, it happens to me all the time. I'm like, Mom, look at this photo. And then she's like trying to zoom in. And, you know, as we see there, look at them zooming in into that little Frenchie.
Oh, so cute.
So cute. What do you guys think about this?
It makes me nervous because when I don't want to like accidentally double tap and then like a photo that I'm just like stalking someone's page, you know? So I'm like, okay, Instagram, cool. I can see like crevices in people's faces, but like I don't want them to know that I'm stalking them. It's the only concern I have.
That makes me nervous because when I post something on Instagram, usually it's maybe not the best photo, but I'm like,
It's
no one's
far away.
gonna see my
Yeah.
back.
This-
No
yeah.
one's gonna see. You can see everything now. I'm like, oh God,
Yeah.
I have to start deleting stuff off my Instagram page.
You're right. I
now.
have posted photos where I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's just for Instagram. It's just for Instagram. But now that people will be able to do this, I'm like, ugh.
It does
Makes
make
me
a difference,
nervous.
but the mom factor is so real. My mom has literally, I'll be like showing my mom someone from high school, and P.S. like a post like 2 months deep, so it's real stalkerish. And she's like, that's cute, zooming, liking the pic. I'm like, oh my gosh, we've all been there.
Yeah.
So this is gonna save us all a lot of heartache.
Do we
Yeah.
know if you like someone's photo and then you unlike it, if they still get a notification?
If you
don't
unlike it,
know.
I've
try
tested
it.
this before because I've accidentally like hit like an ex's photo that I didn't want them to see.
No!
So if you like the photo, if you immediately unlike it, they won't get notification. And I tested out because I had my friend who was like sitting next to me. I was like, okay, tell me if you got this. Like,
I'm
on
about
her
to
page.
like one of Aaron's
So they
old
won't see it if
photos.
you undo it. Really
Okay.
quick.
Oh my
See, we're gonna
gosh.
test this right now. Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
like your photo with your little sister.
Okay, hold on,
there
let me
we
open
go.
Instagram.
Just stalk wisely.
But you are gonna unlike it really quickly,
Oh, okay,
right?
so
unlike
then
it.
unlike it.
I
Wait, no, you
Did you get
reliked it. You have to hit the heart.
Okay.
Oh, see, this is not an easy thing.
I unliked.
Oh, I saw it.
Oh,
she saw it.
Well,
so careful, guys.
be careful.
What do you guys think, though? This feature comes just a few weeks after the whole Insta video. or what do you-
Insta-snap,
yeah,
snappy
Insta-snap.
Insta.
They've had so many new things, like between their icon changing and then the videos are longer now,
Yeah.
and now this, and like the Snap stories or whatever. Instagram is stepping their game.
Although Instagram did just release the whole feature where now when you do a video and you want to put text over, you can attach the text to something in the video so that so that
really?
it's not like suddenly covering your face. So I feel like they're at war, but in a good way for us, because both apps are just going to get better for users.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
To maintain users.
Well, they have all that
basically.
Facebook money, so they can do whatever they want.
So I no longer need to go to iMovie to put text on my videos then.
No.
Oh, is that what you're so
Yeah, that's what I do.
technological, man?
I have so many
It
apps
goes
to do
in
different
deep.
things. Did the logo grow on you guys yet? At first I didn't like it, but now I'm like,
I'm just like always so resistant to change on like
Me
apps and stuff, so I
too.
didn't want to update for the longest time because I'm like, I like the way the old one looks, but I like it now. It's like DHR.
I just have to say, DHR had the logo first.
Right.
It is literally DHR logo. 100%.
Yeah.
We had it
Totally.
first. We had it first.
I am just still really caught up in like I don't know what to do with Insta-snap versus Snappy Snap.
yeah, me
There's
neither.
What do I do?
Yeah.
What do I put separately on each thing? What do you guys even want to see? I don't know.
You know, I like clicking through photos on Insta-snap. I like videos better on Snapchat, I think.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
have the filters on Snap, so I feel
There's
like
a lot more
fun.
options on Snapchat.
like the Harry Potter filter that we had a
Yeah.
few days ago.
it.
Someone thought it was a real scarf. But anyhow, I have to tell you guys, everyone that's watching us and you ladies, be careful with hickeys. So go home and tell your boyfriend.
Oh, that was a transition. Wow.
There was no transition needed. And I'm about to tell you why. Because a 17-year-old died from a hickey in Mexico City.
What?
It sounds like what the?
what?
Yeah, died. Okay, so apparently
Love kills.
Love definitely killed. Well, I'm sorry.
It's
It killed
sad.
him. It's really sad
Wow.
and it's scary. I feel like it's sort of like a freak accident, but basically the girl gives him a hickey. He moves on, goes to dinner with his family, and he starts having these convulsions like mid-dinner, and eventually the doctors were like, basically a blood clot formed. So that's what killed him, and it was as a result of the hickey. It was really, really scary. This has happened maybe once or twice in the world, or at least it's a known case. But recently, Charles Abrams, president of the American Society of
Hematology.
Hematology,
Study of blood.
the study of blood from the University of Pennsylvania. He released a statement basically saying that it's very rare for it to happen, but it can happen. But something very interesting is that more people die from blood clots than they actually do from things like breast cancer and other things. But it's very rare that it happens as a result of just a hickey. Like you have to have
Like,
some
what
kind
kind of section
condition.
are we? I mean, like that is like
Calm
a-
down.
Yeah, I
you
know.
doing?
I mean, she was 24 and he was 17, which already is a problem in
She had
itself.
aged jaws. That's what happened.
Lots of
I don't
practice
know.
on that mouth.
Oh my gosh!
But I feel really bad. I feel terrible. I mean, it was so scary. Every time you
you
hear of these things, you're like,
You know, I hate hickeys. I don't see the point
Yeah.
in them. I've never seen the point in
No.
them. If someone is stuck on me in one spot for more than like a second.
Plus, like, how
I
good
feel
does
like
that really
something's
feel?
wrong.
Just in one small spot.
I don't think the hickey's ever like the intention though. You know, I don't think everyone like goes for the neck like I'm
True.
going for a hickey. Like
Really?
no, I think it just
Like, it just
happens.
happens?
Yeah.
Maybe in like junior high or something like that.
yeah, I think it's such a like
you have to
old
like
thing.
leech onto someone though to give someone a hickey.
Did
like,
you guys used to try to give yourselves hickeys when you were growing up?
Oh, did you?
You know what? You
Check
know
her
what,
off.
Erin? I remember someone in my class did like a little happy face. Yeah, I do remember. It was
Yeah,
like
I
a
used
thing.
I used to give myself hickeys all the time.
With like a vacuum cleaner or your mouth?
My mouth.
Oh my god!
I love that my stance here was like, why do people even do that? And I'm like, I used to do it to myself all the time. But I stopped because I heard that you could get a blood clot and kill yourself.
Oh my
I
God.
worry about Joss and I. We just did the fire cupping episode on Beauty Trippin',
yeah.
where they suction your back.
Yeah.
Apparently
So
that
how
was
has
very
that not
strong.
happened out of a result of cupping?
I think it's probably
It probably
possible.
has.
It's
So
possible.
be careful.
Yeah.
And also, some people I think are just more sensitive to hickeys. Like they can probably get them faster.
Yeah.
I've
It
never
takes me
had
a lot
one.
of
the
work.
thinner the skin.
Me either.
tried it.
You have to, I feel like you have to like leech onto somebody for that to happen.
Yeah.
But I am very into like mock turtlenecks, so maybe now's the time to try.
I think you might need to go full blown.
What is a mock turtleneck? Do you like clip it on?
Like Steve Jobs.
No, it's like a turtleneck.
It's
that's
basically
like,
like what I have here.
yeah, it's like just a little.
Oh, yes.
It's like a little one.
I thought that was a
Tiny.
choker. It's attached?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a time for accessories.
Let's get serious. Let's get serious. Oh my gosh.
Love it.
Okay, so that was super fun. This next story is super fascinating, I think, to all of us. We've kind of been discussing it here in the office. And full disclosure, this does hit close to home for us because we do know the woman who is at the center of this story, or on the outskirts of it. So a friend of Erin and I's, who's on The Amazing Race with us, Jessica Versteg, she's an Instagram model, but really like a huge model in general, and she was also Miss Iowa a few years ago. She recently started in San Francisco a marijuana subscription box, and when she started telling us about this, we were like, say what? It's basically like a beautiful version of Birchbox, but with like a golden wrapped joint and like cake pop edibles and even like bath products and stuff like that.
Gourmet, high-end, luxury
Very beautiful,
products.
very luxurious. Here in California, obviously marijuana, medical marijuana is legalized, and so that is really who her clientele is.
Okay, so if you have the card, you can order this.
Exactly. It's a very innovative business. She has gone through some legal stuff back and forth, but she's definitely on the up and up. Well, recently, her box was featured in Vogue magazine, which I don't care who you are
Legitimizes
or what
you.
you are doing.
Yeah.
Vogue, when it comes to an outlet, and especially in the fashion or trend world, is like the Bible of all
right.
publications.
Yeah.
So clearly, all her friends and family, us included, were really excited for her. And one of her friends from Iowa, a woman by the name of Ashley Reed, who's a cheer coach at a local high school, and I think the town is called Oskaloosa.
Yeah.
She just reposted on her personal Facebook page Jessica's article on Vogue and just supporting Jessica. Didn't say anything about the article, any of her thoughts or opinions, and then this woman lost her job as a result of doing that. So we actually reached out to Jessica to get her thoughts, if there are any new developments on this story, and she was kind enough to send us a video, which we have for you guys, so take a look.
I don't know what anyone was thinking whenever they thought that this was acceptable to fire a cheer coach because she reposted an article from Vogue about a current event on her personal, private Facebook page.
So some pretty crazy stuff there. Just like right off the bat, what do you guys think? I know we're in California, which is a very liberal state, and some
Yeah.
people are conservative, and it is okay for them to have their opinions,
Yeah.
but this woman lost her job over
Yeah.
this. That's very extreme. What do you guys think?
So first of all, she posted it on her Facebook, which, like you said, it was her personal Facebook, so I don't see a reason why, because it's your personal Facebook, although I understand everything that we post is public. But second of all, I mean, she didn't give an opinion. She didn't say I support or I smoke, or I feel like she was supporting her friend more of like a business. Like, hey, I'm proud of her
Right.
business. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of business. The fact that she launched this innovative idea is great. So I'm just shocked. I mean, can she possibly sue her employer?
So that's what they're
or
doing
what?
right now. Jessica's actually helping her to get an attorney. Jessica reached out to the school because this is her hometown. She feels very connected and saddened that, you know, a high school in her hometown would do something like this, and the school just literally said no comment.
Well, I thought that I heard that there might have been an inside reason why this happened. Ashley is a cheer coach. Apparently there might have been one of the girls who didn't make the cheer team and a disgruntled mom who wanted to get back at this girl and found this as the great opportunity to try to leverage that against her. I think if she had just posted it and it would have just disappeared, no one would have said anything about it. But I think this mom possibly, if this is true,
That is so scary.
would use that to try and leverage that against her. Because like Jessica said, like marijuana is controversial. A lot of people have different opinions about it, and but it is legal in California, and it is legal in a lot of other places in the U.S. And a lot of people need it for medicinal purposes. Like this is a thing that really people need. So it's not like she's supporting Nazis. It's not like she's supporting murder or something like that. She was just. Her girlfriend did something great, and she's like, "Yay, go! You're in."
To me, it's like if you don't need it and if you don't smoke it or whatever, or eat it, it's none of your business. So stay out of it. You know what I mean? So like these people that go and protest, I'm just like, well, you and I may not need it, but if our neighbor here needs it, then so be it.
I think with the firing situation, there must be something internal going on because it's like you're just posting something out of support. She's not a video of her smoking the weed. It's not like she's saying I'm like even if it's illegal in her state, whatever. But it's like
but there's a way to mitigate this as a school instead of just firing her, sitting her down and saying, hey, listen, we want to know why you did this. Let's do a drug test to see if you do drugs. Let's talk to the girls to see if you promote drugs with the girls. Like, let's see if there's a real problem. And if there isn't a real problem, then it should be okay. But at the same time, I do think this is a lesson for all of us. People are watching what we post online constantly. So as much as you feel compelled to post, just know that it could come back to bite you. And unfortunately, this really stinks because it's really not a bad thing at all.
Yeah.
Something that Jessica did right, though, she put out a really long post that was so well written. She said something along the lines, if Ashley had posted something saying that her friend was promoted as the pastor of a new church, would she have been fired because of church and state and how that fits within the school system? And so I think that if this is a public school, the community needs to stand up for what they believe in, because that is definitely within their rights.
And the mom who, if this is true, the mom needs to get it together, because life is not going to be easy for your daughter. She's going to have to face real things.
If it was a disgruntled mom,
you can't go about your life trying to take down people who tell your daughter no.
Totally off topic, but recently I read a news article. I think it was a woman in Orange County. She was a PTA president. She was like a mom at one of these public schools, and there was a disgruntled mom who basically accused her of smoking and doing drugs and heroin, all these things, and she actually planted drugs. I don't know if in her car.
Too much.
So then this woman gets arrested, and obviously the community's like, oh my gosh, like, you know, this PTA teacher, and it turned out to be that she was set up. So she had nothing to do with anything with drugs. She was, I mean, a perfect PTA leader, and then she got arrested.
You have to investigate when a situation happens. As a school system, you have to be responsible and just investigate.
People need to calm down.
They do. And also, just congrats to Jessica. I personally don't smoke weed or participate in marijuana, but I think what she's doing is very cool and innovative, and she has a startup, and I think we need to celebrate that. So
Girl boss, Vogue.
Get it.
You life, girl.
And now it's time to talk about the awkward news. Erin, tell us.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
I was so excited.
What happened?
It's going to make us sort of hungry.
Okay.
I'm already hungry.
Okay, so there is a little boy in Canada. His name is Ben. He was turning 4 years old, and his mom asked him what he would want on his birthday cake. And she was getting really excited, and he's like, because she baked it for him. And he says, Mom, I want a cow giving birth to a calf. And she's like, I'm sorry? He's like, I want to see a calf coming out of the cow on my birthday cake. Now, he loves the farm. He loves National Geographic. He actually had his birthday party at his grandparents' farm. Look at his cute little face.
Look how excited he
is. So into it. So this is the cake,
The
guys.
jelly blood.
Yeah, actually, there is a cream cherry pie filling on the inside.
Okay.
But this is how his mom, she's like, I don't know how to create a calf coming out of a cow. I don't know. So she made it with like Rice Krispie treats and cherry filling, and there you are, guys. Something you thought you'd never see.
I can't. If my kid came up to me and he said he wants someone giving birth on their cake, I'm like, look, hon, you gotta choose something else. I don't want to see that. I don't want to eat it.
This was an innocent request. I'm sure he's going to grow up to be a vet or something.
That's a good note.
Yeah, I mean, but it makes me wonder, like, what kind of birthday cake should I ask for next year? And would somebody make me something as ridiculous
So
as
when
this?
you're 4 years old, you're already sort of capable of comprehending these type of things. So I'm just wondering, like, did he watch a birth already?
He must
have on the farm.
He must have seen it, or either heard people talking about it, and he like wanted to see it for the first time on his birthday cake.
I have to say, shout out to that mom. Because,
Yes, she did a great job.
It looks very lifelike.
Very authentic.
I love how the calf inside is like, hello, here I am, my eyes are open, I'm coming out
You know
ready for the
what?
world.
And apparently this isn't very strange. If you go on Pinterest and look up cakes, like people request.
Do this?
Or just Google weird cakes. I saw a booty pooping poop.
What?
Yeah.
You love
Booties
I
are
love
poop. I like them separately, you know?
I like poop.
Wasn't the emoji poop though? 'Cause
No, it wasn't, girl. It was lifelike.
But you know what's good about this? I think it's good that he's sensitive to birth, and so when he has a kid one day, he's gonna be like, you know what? This is fine. I had it on my cake at some point in my life.
I can't wait to follow up on this little kid and
when
see
he's
what he
like
requests.
15.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
his mom's like, his date comes over and she's like, you want to see pictures of this little boy? And he's like, no, Mom, not the birthday cake, please.
There is a photo out there of a woman giving birth to a baby, like a real, like a human doing it. Would you do it if it was a
I'm sorry,
human?
as a cake or
as
like-
a cake?
Oh, actually, yes. For my
Aw,
sister's
fam.
bridal shower, I was like Pinteresting ideas, and that is one. They're like, oh, I sent it to my sister. You put a doll in the middle of a cake, and so its face is just like popping. It's
That's creepy. I mean, maybe for a baby shower, I guess it would be appropriate because that's
that for
about
your
to happen
sister
to
or
you.
something.
Or it's gonna traumatize you.
Just wait till the baby comes. You know?
Yeah.
Just have some sprinkles and call it a day.
I don't want to see the perspective. I'm at a different angle of the perspective.
Yeah.
I don't want that perspective.
No.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But anyhow, why don't you guys let us know what's the weirdest cake you guys have seen? And of course, I want to hear all your thoughts on Rihanna and Drake. So
Yeah.
let us know in the comment section below. Ladies, happy Saturday. Enjoy your
Yes,
weekend. And we'll see you guys next Friday.
Bye, guys.
But wait, don't go. Make sure to click the video to your right to find out why Justin Bieber quit Instagram.
Or click to the left to check out our brand new challenge show. It gets awkward with Sundays and no hands. It's crazy.